Hello, YouTube, Star Wars fans, Battlefront fanatics. A few days ago, we had the third and final Battlefront trailer drop that we'll likely see before the full release of the game, and it doesn't disappoint, so I wanted to go ahead and break it down with you guys. If you're looking forward to Battlefront like me, I'm sure you've already seen it, but here we'll take a deeper look, and I'll point out what I found interesting as we go. If you haven't seen this somehow, though I'd wonder what planet you're on, this will be a good chance to check it out for you too. I'll play it a second time uninterrupted at the end here so you can get the full effect. But without further ado, let's take a look.
It is unavoidable. We will witness the destruction of the Alliance and the end of this insignificant rebellion.
So then at first scene we saw the stormtroopers among the AT-STs on Tatooine, which looked pretty neat, but here we have what looks to be our stormtrooper carrying a T-21 heavy blaster. This weapon should be able to do massive damage at long range, and we heretofore haven't seen it in game. I think it looks pretty awesome. The guy means business, you can tell. This appears to be Celeste, maybe Walker Assault mode. We can also notice that there's a massive turbo laser towers back there. I think that you might see on a Death Star. Therefore, I think we could assume those are anti-aircraft weaponry. But it should be interesting to see if players can actually man them or if they're strictly AI controlled. If players can get in there, I'm guessing it'll be a field pickup ability similar to how it works with the AT-ATs. But we'll have to wait and see. Who knows? Maybe you just hop right in there, blast some rebel scum.
Soldiers of the Rebel Alliance, this is our most desperate hour.
Admiral Akbar, such a badass. Here, I'm sure we're looking at the single-player co-op mission for the Rebels side. I'm not sure what planet this hallway and hangar looks great, though. Right out of a Star Wars movie, if you ask me. Also note, she's wearing no helmet, showing at least on the Rebel side we'll be able to customize our appearance to some extent, which I'm all about doing in games. I don't know about you guys, but I really like to have that unique look that differentiates my characters.
You are our only hope.
Notice the Twi'lek. She's hard to miss. Another sign of Rebel customization. Don't know if we'll see males of this species, but we can at least confirm the sexy female Twi'lek models in game. Yeah. Not sure what kind of blaster she's holding there.
Focus your attack on the walker.
Run, rebel scum!
Whoa, let's check out that Super Star Destroyer there in the background. That's dope. You can see how huge it is compared to the regular Star Destroyer. This is obviously more Walker Assault on Celeste. Awesome vehicle combat scenes. There's the DL-44 Han Solo's personal blaster we can use. I love this Rodian here. Damn, fucked up. Poor guy. So that looked like an absolutely massive battle on Endor. Probably the Supremacy game mode. I can't wait to fight through the forest there. You get your trees, your multiple levels, and the balcony there, and maybe sniping won't be as prominent as it was with the cycler gun in the beta, at least on this mode. So I'm looking forward to having those obstacles in play. They were utilizing the jump pack there to access higher levels, and that I think everybody's going to be doing, especially on this map.
For the rebellion!
Don't get in my way.
Shield up!
Princess Leia. Let's note the EE-3 blaster rifle here too, that the player is wielding, made famous by Boba Fett, who we also see in this scene. It's a 3-burst fire weapon effective at long range. Now, Leia smartly pops a shield here. That's one of her moves, Enhanced Shield. She can do a supply drop, a one-shot trooper bane, and a combat roll. But what's interesting about the shield she has, opposed to the regular shield ability that infantry can pick up that we've seen so far, is that she can apparently fire out of the shield. I don't know if her if regular rebel soldiers can do so as well. If that's the case, I think that shield ability might be pretty OP, and she might end up being Boba Fett's worst nightmare here on Tatooine. But we'll have to see how it plays out.
That won't happen again.
That won't happen again. This is Tamir Morrison, I'm pretty sure, playing the voice of Boba Fett. It's the actor from Jango Fett. We got Zabrak and Duros character models.
Prevent the walkers from reaching the space.
And of course the Snowspeeder tow cable that we see taking down AT-ATs in the beta.
Your victory will be short-lived.
Now it's my turn.
So here we see Han. Looks like he utilizes a mad dash attack here. It's called the shoulder charge, actually. Not sure I'm buying it. He seems to put these guys down. I guess they die as a result of his mad dash. And then I don't really like the voice actor. It doesn't sound terribly like Han to me. And this character model is only so-so. He also doesn't look like he's going to do too well against Vader here, in my opinion. I don't know. He better bust out some more moves, like a combat roll or something, which he also has. He has a lucky shot versus vehicles, and a hair trigger or six-shooter ability that he can shoot really fast. But at close range, I think Vader's going to fuck him up. That's about all I'll say. Yes! Alright. Speeder bikes on Endor. This is going to be the shit, man. Like, I hope we have, like, obstacles and trees falling over, and you gotta, weave around, and the ability to knock, motherfuckers off the speeder bike. We'll have to see how the gameplay unfolds. It'll probably be a battlefield pickup on Endor. That's what I'm guessing. But I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But I think, that is going to be so cool to see players going at it on their speeders, flying through the trees and shit. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's one of the reasons the map on Endor is I'm in love with it. And I think you probably agree if you're watching this video. It's going to be cool.
All wings! Blast them into submission!
Cool. So here we're seeing Fighter Squadron on Celeste, which I think probably a lot of us are looking forward to. I am. I know in the beta, I didn't really do a whole lot of dogfighting, to tell you the truth. I wasn't a big fan of the flight vehicles, mainly because when you get in, you go from being infantry, it takes you off the field, where where particularly for me, I felt like I could be much more effective towards actually achieving objectives on the field. I didn't want to be up in the air the entire time, knowing that what's going on down below is probably going to be more consequential towards who would actually win. Anyway, here I would like to see that you actually spawn in the cockpit. I'm hoping that you don't pick this up as an ability. Somehow everybody's going to be running for their aircraft. That would be kind of silly. I'm sure it is that you just spawn in the cockpit and respawn in the cockpit. So I'm excited to actually, do the dog fighting from start to finish, and not have that entry time where you go in on, when I walk assault mode. We had a 5-second period where we went flying right into the middle of combat, where you couldn't even maneuver. That didn't seem right to me. So hopefully, after experiencing this, I'm gonna, this is gonna change my opinion, because I really like piloting vehicles. Anyway, that's just okay. Let's move on.
May the Force be with us.
So in that first scene there, I'm pretty sure what we're seeing is Jakku. Like, it could be Tatooine, but looking at the uniforms are different than what we've seen so far from the Rebels. I'm betting that this is some Force Awakens content right there. And then when the stormtroopers are charging, I don't know what planet they're on, so your guess. And then we see some ice caverns, and I think that's probably Hoth. And then we finally get to what looks like some kind of power plant or some kind of factory where we hit the stormtrooper with a homing missile. And I think this is probably a star card. And if you take a closer look, you can see that you switch from the rocket launcher to your regular gun.
Your pathetic rebellion ends here.
Wow. Okay, that's it. Well, let's talk about the Emperor here. This is the big reveal of this trailer. We see Emperor Palpatine in the game, and we'll be able to play as the Emperor. That's going to be pretty cool. The world's Endor here, so I guess the hero matchup there's Luke versus the Emperor, and it looks like Luke can block this lightning attack that Emperor Palpatine is using. So should be a good fight. As a whole, I have to say this trailer blew my mind. Fucking awesome. All the trailers have been good so far, but after viewing this, I don't feel bad at all about making the pre-order for this game. This shows what we needed to see after the beta, in my opinion. That full game is going to have rocking content that is worth a purchase. I don't usually pre-order games, but I had to this time just to download early and be there on day 1, 12 a.m., you know. However, I'll play on Xbox, so I'll be in the early access before that, and November 12th, I think. If you're playing Xbox, maybe I might see you then. You can hit me up. My gamer tag is the same. Glad Komrad. Let's do this shit. As promised, if you like, I'll let you watch the trailer again uninterrupted. This is Glad Komrad signing out. May the Force be with you, bitches.
It is unavoidable. We will witness the destruction of the Alliance and the end of this insignificant rebellion.
Soldiers of the Rebel Alliance, this is our most desperate hour. You are our only hope.
Focus your attack on the walker.
Run, rebel scum!
For the rebellion.
Don't get in my way.
Shield up!
That won't happen again. Prevent the walkers from reaching the space.
Your victory will be short-lived.
Now it's my turn. All wings, blast them into submission.
May the Force be with us.
Your pathetic rebellion ends here.